Hello everyone, this is MC Deck Discussions and I am Obby Small, and today we have another demo play with Hulkling against Expert Thanos. And I haven't played Thanos very much. In fact, I was doing another demo gameplay and I made like so many errors the first time. Like I played Thanos twice so far, once in Standard, once in Expert. And then I started playing him again here in Expert with the demo play, and I made so many mistakes. I'm like, okay, I've got to start over. So that was unfortunate. But I'm learning how to play him better, or I should say, I'm learning how he works better. So hopefully that works out for a better demo play here. So how a demo play works is I show the first round of play, and then typically pause the recording at that point. And then when the hero's kit is built out, then I go ahead and unpause the play and show some later rounds so you can see the potential of how Hulkling works and the particular deck. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'll flip Hulkling back over to his alter ego side to get him ready for that. I'll have timestamps as usual, so go ahead and take a look at those if those benefit you. I'm going to explain Thanos' setup if you already know that. Then, of course, you can skip ahead, and then I will share Hulkling's deck, and then we'll get started. So first of all, the main thing we need to see here is for the C rules insert for the Infinity Gauntlet. And what that essentially tells us is we need to attach the Infinity Gauntlet to Thanos. So that gives him one scheme and one attack. It's a permanent and setup. Has this force response after attached villain activates, resolve the special ability of each Infinity Stone in play. Otherwise, put the top card of the Infinity Stone deck into play. All right, and so then if we flip this over, it says, when revealed, put the top card of the Infinity Stone deck into play. So we have done that right here. So it's the Power Stone, and I'll just say what it has here for the special. You are stunned. If you are already stunned, take 3 damage. Then you place this card in the Infinity Stone deck discard pile. Okay. All right, so that's it for the main scheme. And then for Thanos, he has Stalwart and Toughness. And when revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Thanos' helmet and reveal it. And there's Thanos' helmet. So we attach it to Thanos. Thanos gains Retaliate 1. We do have a hero response. After a hero makes a basic attack against Thanos, spend a mental and physical resource, then we can discard this card. All right, and then lastly, he has a forced response. After the Infinity Stone deck runs out, give Thanos 1 face-down boost card. All right, and the last thing I want to do as far as the setup is concerned is show you, in case anybody does want to use DragnCards, and the usual tutorial links that I have from Solo Marvel Champion. I have his links for his tutorial on how to play DragnCards. But I'm going to specifically say how, if you're going to play against Thanos, you need to know where his Infinity Stone deck is. What is it called again? Infinity Stone deck. Okay. All right. So you have to go to View, Shared, and then down here, you will see an encounter deck, but you will see the Infinity Gauntlet deck. Click on it. There's the deck. So I just drag these out to put them into play over here. All right. So that's where it is. Again, it's View, then Shared, then you can click on Infinity Gauntlet deck. All right, so there's the setup. Let me go ahead and share Hulkling's deck now. It's a leadership deck, and it's called Wiccan Forever, which is a name. Thank you to Solo Marvel Champion as well for that name. Coming from Black Panther, so the whole Wakanda Forever thing. But also because Wiccan is meant to be recurred in this deck regularly, not with Make the Call, because his ability is you have to play him from your hand to get his ability, which is search your deck and discard pile for an identity-specific event and add it to your hand. So it's from Suit Up. Okay? And then as long as we're mentioning some of the events, let's go ahead and just stay there and say what all of them are. We have Face the Past, 3 copies of Make the Call, 1 copy of Strength and Diversity. It's not a very diverse deck, but diverse enough to make this card valuable, at least having 1 copy in here. 3 copies of Suit Up, And then for the allies, we already mentioned Black Panther. Normally, we have Professor X in this deck, but when playing against a stalwart villain like Thanos, I switch out with Gambit, so at least to have some card that can have some kind of control over what we're going to see in Alter Ego side, giving us the potential to go down to Alter Ego side. Iron Lad, Kalu, Nick Fury, Ronin, and White Tiger. Nick Fury will often be a choice for Suit Up. And then for the player side schemes, we have Call for Backup and Superpower Training, which is meant to bring out the Alien Physiology upgrade, which is our main, our most powerful resource generator, generates a wild resource, 2 wild resources instead of paying for a Hulkling card. And then for the supports, we have Mighty Avengers, Quinn Carrier, and 2 copies of Regroup. And then for our upgrades, we have 2 copies of Clarity of Purpose, one of which is meant to be played. The other is meant to be always available for Strength and Diversity, just in case Inspired, Reinforced Suit, or Sky Cycle are all already used up. Especially if like maybe Sky Cycle is the only one left and we're using, if we happen to be using Suit Up with an ally other than Wiccan, who's not an Avenger, then we still have other choices there. Okay, so that's it. There's the makeup of the deck. One last thing. Didn't mean to click on him. So Ronin is meant to be. So most games this ends up happening, right? He gets an attachment. If he gets an attachment, Ronin gets +1 thwart and +1 ATK while an upgrade is attached to them. So for Ronin, it will automatically then have 2 thwart and 3 attack. Okay? And so that's why we have these upgrades. They're meant to go on Ronin, or possibly, could possibly with Iron Lad. Although one setup that sometimes happens that's great is you get the attachments onto Ronin, and you keep getting Iron Lad back into play. And then when Iron Lad uses a basic power, you exhaust another Avenger ally you control and add that ally's matching power to Iron Lad's power for this use. So that can keep Ronin in play indefinitely. Okay, so a little bit of things on the strategy, just in case you don't see any demonstrations of those type of things during the play. All right, let's go hit the gameplay now for our first round. Right? Okay, so let's get the first round of our demo play. So let's have Teddy Altman draw his hand size. Okay, 5 cards. Note he has 5 cards on each side. But we're going to use his Shape Changer ability right away. Action, search your deck and discard pile for a Shapeshift upgrade and add it to your hand. Note that he can only have 1 Shapeshift upgrade in play at a time, whether he's on Alter Ego or Hero side, which of course makes sense because he's changing shape, so he can't be in 2 shapes at once. All right, so let's find a Shapeshift upgrade. First let's decide if we're going to get rid of any cards here. No, let's keep what we have. We're not going to mulligan. And let's go find the original card that we want. Oh, hold on. Just a sec. Yes, let's go do that. So we're going to go ahead and grab this particular upgrade, excuse me. All right, let's see. Armored Shape. Yes, that's the one I'm going to start with, Armored Shape. So this one, once we get it into play anyway, it'll give Hulkling +1 ATK, +2 defense, and retaliate. And the important part for me early in the game is this part. After you play an event, exhaust Armored Shape, heal 2 damage from Hulkling. So that he can be able to keep himself up with regard to that. Okay, shuffle the deck. All right, let's go ahead and play Nick Fury. All right, and I'm going to go ahead. I want to be able to get this Armored Shape into play right away. So let's just go ahead and do all 4 of these and get Nick Fury into play and draw 3 cards. Interesting. Okay, let's flip over to our hero side and yeah, I think I'm gonna wait one and get Kalu into play. Let's do that. So let's play with Quinn Carrier and Suit Up and get Kalu into play and search for an event in our top 5 cards and add that to our hand. So we have Face the Past. Ooh, super interesting. Let's see, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, we could handle that. Make the call. Make the call. And Armored Defense. Yeah, we're going to go with this one here, Face the Past. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle the deck back up. All right, and here's Hulkling. We're going to have... Oh, what happened? Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and attack with Hulkling, get rid of this tough. Excuse me. There we go. Get rid of this tough. Okay. And then we will take a Retaliate from Thanos' helmet. So take a damage. And we'll attack with Nick Fury as well and deal 2 more damage. And he'll take a Retaliate. Okay. All right. And then we're going to wait on Kalu. Hopefully we can get rid of this on our next turn. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's back up. I have Face the Past. Meant to set that up. So let's take that 2 damage away. Okay. Oh, I dealt the damage to us. Okay, so I'm glad I caught that anyway. Okay, so yeah, let's take that away. Totally forgot. Let's remove that. All right. Now we're going to play Face the Past. Okay, so we did attack with Hulkling and take our damage for Retaliate, so we're down to 12, and we got rid of this tough. So Face the Past, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for your Nemesis minion and reveal it. So over here it says Nem, so that's where our Nemesis minion is and everything else. And out comes Super Scroll, and then we will, let's see, ready your hero, draw 3 cards. Okay, I'm going to get the out of play area ready over here for this. And then you cannot attack the villain this phase, so we can't attack anymore. Remove this card from the game. So we remove the card from the game over here. All right, and let's go ahead and take care of this guy here. All right, so we're going to use Inspired and Strength and Diversity to pay for Armored Shape. So now he gets +1 ATK, which I'm going to represent with that token, +2 defense, which I'm going to represent with 2 of those tokens. And then he has Retaliate 1, which I'm actually going to put a damage token on him for that to represent that part. Okay, and then I'm also going to put 2 of these general purpose tokens to represent that after you play an event, Exhaust Armored Shape, heal 2 damage from Hulkling. Okay, so you might not remember what those things stand for, but those help me in order to be less likely to make mistakes. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead. Now we have 2, can deal 2 damage. So he'll attack, deal 2 damage. Nick Fury will attack, deal 2 damage. Oops, wrong button. Deal 2 damage. Kalu will attack, deal 1 damage. There we go, 5 damage, getting rid of him. Okay, let's ready up, draw our hand size. And let's go ahead and it's Thanos' turn. Let's add 1 threat there. And he's going to attack. And we will defend with Nick Fury. So he's attacking for 3, 4. Give Thanos a tough status. So he's got that tough status back. Okay. All right. And that's enough to defeat Nick Fury. And then let's give him his encounter card after we trigger this. So the Infinity Guantlet is going to trigger this card here. You are stunned. So we are stunned. All right. I know those tokens can be tough to see. They don't show it doesn't show the tokens when I hover over the cards, but I'll make sure to mention what they are when we use them as much as I can remember to. All right. And then let's see, if you're already stunned, take 3 damage. Okay. So, and then we can just place this in the Infinity Stone deck discard pile. And the way you can do that easily is you just hover over the card and hit X, and that discards a card to the proper discard deck. All right. Okay, so that finished his turn and our turn. All right, we're going to pause it here, and we'll be back later with more play, more demo play. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start from here. I don't have as much of a setup as I would like, but since I defeated the second side of Thanos and we're on his or this second, I'm not sure what to call it, his third level. Since I defeated his second level, he's on his third level now. Then I thought I might as well just start here. I have a little bit of a build out, not much, but there is at least a little something. So let's just go from here, and hopefully we can do this relatively quickly. Okay, so let's get started. It is the villain's turn. So let's add 1 threat to the main scheme. And he's going to attack for 4. Oh, hold on. Search the encounter deck and discard pile when revealed. He has a toughness and stalwart, of course, still. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for Thanos' armor and reveal it. So we did that. Here it is right here. Attached to Thanos. When Thanos would take any amount of damage, reduce that amount by 1. And it has a hero response. After a hero makes a basic attack against Thanos, we can spend an energy and physical resource upgrade and discard this card. I don't know if we have that kind of combination with our double resources that are available. That would probably be wise to look that up. But I'll just do that when the moment arises, I guess. Okay, and of course the Infinity Gauntlet is still in play all the time. All right. So let's, we already put 1 threat here. Let's get his boost card. And we're going to go ahead and defend with Wiccan. And so that's an attack of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that, of course, defeats Wiccan. And then get an encounter card. And when revealed, discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains Surge. I think I'm going to get rid of Inspired here. So Ronan has 2 attachments to him. Oh, I forgot to mention my side, what I have out here. So I'll just mention that now. Ronan has 2 attachments, the Reinforced Suit, which is keeping him currently alive, and Inspired, which is giving him the extra +1 thwart and +1 attack. So I'm going to get rid of that one. All right. So he can still survive. Okay, there we go. And then the rest of what we have out here is we do have Mighty Avengers giving, if we have only Avenger allies out, and if Hulkling is on this side, then we meet the requirements for for each character to be an Avenger, and all of my allies would get +1 thwart and +1 attack. We have Hulk Shape out, giving us +2 attack and +1 defense, and after you play an event, exhaust Hulk Shape, deal 2 damage to an enemy. We have Clarity of Purpose, and for the alter ego support here, Altman Resonance, which will heal us for from 2 damage, and then when we exhaust it, and then we can shuffle a Hulkling card from our discard pile into our deck. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and see what we can do here. I would actually like to get this superpower training out. So let's take 1 damage. And then plus spend this card and make the call, and we'll play White Tiger, who is also an Avenger. And that'll draw us 3 cards now that Thanos is on his 3rd level. Okay. Right. And then I'm going to play Superpower Training. I'm going to get rid of Alien Physiology because that's the card I plan on using it for. So let's get that out. And let's use White Tiger, who's going to thwart for 3 because of Mighty Avengers, and get rid of all 3 of those for the Superpower Training. Oh, hold on, get the out of play area ready. There we go. So as you can see, Call for Backup and Face the Past have both been used. And now we can grab an identity-specific upgrade, and there it is. So we now have Alien Physiology out. Okay. All right, so, okay, and let's take advantage of the Alien Physiology to play Shapeshifter Strike, dealing 5 damage to an enemy. So we deal 5 damage. Oh, actually, I didn't realize. Hold on. He still has a tough on him. So we're going to attack, and that will get rid of this tough. There. Okay, then we can do this. Okay, and we're attacking for 5 damage. So that brings him down from 28 to 23. And then that will trigger hero response here, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Down to 21. Okay, so Ronan have one more nice attack here. He could attack for 2. Oh, I got to remove the extra little indicators that I have here. So he only has 1 bonus on each of those. Okay, so he can attack for 3. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So he has 1 more life left. He's attacking for 3, bring him down to 18. Oh, plus the Mighty Avengers. So 1 more damage down to 17. Okay, yeah, because we only have Avengers in play currently. All right, excellent. And there's still just 1 threat there. Trying to determine if I want to go to the other side. Let's look at how many advances we have. All right, only 1. Yeah, we'll just stay on this side. Let's ready up. Draw our hand. Okay, he gets 1 more threat and a boost card. Oh, hold on. Reduce that amount. Oh, gosh darn it. That's, hold on. Let's get rid of that and that. So not start his turn yet. Okay, so when Thanos would take any amount of damage, reduce that amount by 1. So, oh man. So what I would have wanted to do if I had it available was spend an energy and a physical when he attacked and got rid of that tough. Ooh, okay, I'm going to rewind all the way to that spot. I'm going to tell you how that rewinds. If I hit the back arrow key, it'll rewind everything. And I want to get back to that spot and see if I had that available. I don't actually know if I had it available. Okay, so I will pause the recording while I back up to that point and see if I can get rid of that and what adjustments needed to be made. Okay, so I'm not going to retrace all of that, but I will tell you what happened when I looked back through it is that, Hulkling had attacked, gotten rid of the tough, that still would have happened, wouldn't have made a difference. And then we did an attack with Ronan, and then we also did an attack with Shapeshifter Strike. So those would have been reduced by 1 each. Okay, so we back up to 19 from those 2. We also triggered Hulk Shape doing 2 damage, and notice the wording here is when Thanos would take any amount of damage, reduce that amount by 1. So that's going to go back up to 20. So he got 3 hit points back, and then hopefully on my next turn, I will remember to look for that in the first place. Okay, so things will stand. He just has 3 more hit points. Now let's take his turn. Okay. All right, so it's 1 threat, and he's going to get his boost card. He's attacking for 4, 5, plus the boost card. We're going to defend with White Tiger, making sure we don't have a defense card. Okay. All right, and that'll defeat White Tiger. That's 1 more point of damage. And then he gets an encounter card, and he's going to advance. So, before that happens, the Infinity Guantlet triggers, and putting another Infinity Stone into play. So we go to our shared deck, to the Infinity Gauntlet deck, and put that into play there. All right, so let's see, just keep that order. Okay, so here's the special that's about to trigger after this, after the villain schemes. So let's see, let's get his boost card. So he's scheming for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's a pretty good boost. Okay. Oh, there's an acceleration token here, right? That actually just happened. Did that happen before he drew? Yeah, he has 0 cards, so that just happened. Okay. All right. Okay, so I was wondering if this acceleration token actually triggered before that or not. So yeah, so he gets, what did I say? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threat. Okay. All right, but that does end his turn. Let's see what we can do now. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to play Make the Call here. So we'll take 1 damage with Clarity of Purpose, bring us down from 11 to 10, and then so that's 1. We'll spend 2, 3, 4 and get Make the Call. And that'll bring in Nick Fury. Okay. And then we will draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And then make the call will trigger this hero response. Boom. Dealing 2 damage. Oh, only 1 damage. Oh, look at that already. Already, I forgot to look. What is it we need again? An energy and a physical? Okay, we can do that this way. I'm not going to retrace. So he only took 1 damage instead. He's at 19. Ah, gosh darn it. Okay, so we're going to attack for 3 and only deal 2 damage, down to 17. Okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and spend these, right? So an energy and a physical. So we have a physical right here. So we'll spend that, and then we'll spend 1 of alien physiology. So now we can finally get rid of that darn thing. Okay. All right. So, and then I'm going to use impersonation to get regroup out. And we're going to attack with Nick Fury, who's going to hit for, what am I thinking? Yeah, if this pops, we should be okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to let that go and keep attacking. Yeah, get him down from to 15 points of damage. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and ready up and draw our hand size. And he gets 2 more thread on here. So that's going to pop on the next turn if I don't do anything about it. And he's going to attack. What does this do? Oh, that's... Man, I wish I were used to Thanos. Okay, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. This is what's going to happen. And place 1 thread on the main scheme for each different card discarded this way. Yeah, I'm not going to do that 2 damage. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, we're going to remove 2, so at least maybe it gives us a chance. So Nick Fury, instead of attacking for 2, we remove 2 threat from here. Okay, then it gives us a chance that it won't pop. Okay. All right, so now he'll do his attack. He's attacking for 4, 5, get a boost card. And then Nick Fury's going to defend. And discard an ally or support you control. Okay, let's see about that. Okay, so Nick Fury is defeated. An ally or support. We're going to get rid of this support, the Altman resident. Okay. Oh, Nick Fury was defeated by an attack. 1 second here. He goes back to hand because of regroup's interrupt. Okay. Okay, and then now let's get an encounter card out. When revealed on the hero side, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Wait. Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay. Before we do that, discard the top 4 cards of your deck for this time stone. Place 1 thread on the main scheme for each different card type discarded this way. Okay, so top 4 cards, each different type of card, each different card type discarded. Okay, so here we go. So we have an event. Oh, and that finished because we went through our deck. Okay, he does get another encounter card. So there was just 1 type of card, so 1 extra threat. Okay, that gets discarded. Now let's reveal this one. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Take 1 damage for each different resource icon on the discarded cards. Okay, so 1. So that's mental, energy, wild and physical. So for each different type? Yes, so all 4. We just took 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that maxed out there. Okay, next encounter card. 2/2 with quick strike. Attacks for 2. We're going to take that damage. Okay. All right. So our turn, let's see what we can do here. All right, I believe we can just end this. Let's get rid of regroup. It just gets discarded. Well, this Supergiant doesn't have guard. We're going to attack the villain here. Okay. All right. So, oh wait, did he just attack again? No. Okay, good. All right, making sure he didn't activate again and get the Infinity Guantlet going. All right, let's attack. We're going to attack for 3 damage. From 17 down to 14. So we started at 17. I like keeping track of that. Okay. All right. And then we're going to use, we're going to spend 2, 3, 4, and spend Nick Fury. And we're actually going to use his 4 damage. So we're going to use his forced response and deal 4 damage to an enemy, bring him down to 14, down to 10. Okay. And then Nick Fury will attack for 2. And then we're going to use Alien Physiology to play Shapeshifter Strike. And that deals 5 damage to an enemy. So from 8 down to 3. 3. Okay. And then ready your shapeshift upgrade. It's already ready, so that doesn't happen. And then we will exhaust the shapeshift upgrade, dealing 2 more damage. Okay. And then we'll finish this off by attacking with Ronan, who has an attack of 2, 3 damage. Oh, I actually should have attacked with Ronan first so that I could still take advantage of Mighty Avengers, but it's not going to matter. We're going to deal 3 damage. So 2 extra damage, so is 19 damage altogether on the final turn. Okay, and there we go. So that's a little bit about how this deck works with Hulkling. So I did start off with a different one, which worked out really nicely, by the way. So coming back to this one at the end for the big burst of damage is really helpful with the Hulk shape. But what I started with, is it down here? Yes. So I started with Armored Shape, which works out really nicely in the beginning. Unless you have a lot of threat to get rid of, then you want to get the other shape that can get rid of threat each time. But this one's really great. So after you play an event, exhaust Armored Shape and heal 2 damage from Hulkling. So basically, for most of when we were in Thanos's, second phase, instead of phase 3, most of the time we were using that and healing up constantly. So that kept us, always very safely surviving and just taking care of business. And then when things got to the point where I wanted to get Hulk shape in, ready up Hulkling, allow him to start attacking for 3 each time and dealing 2 extra damage when events were played, then that allowed us to build up damage much more quickly. Okay, so there it is. Hope you enjoyed that. And I'll see everybody next time. Feel free to comment. I love having conversations with people in the comment section.